Boone, that was a classic example of just sticking with it, right? I mean, you lost a couple 2-goal leads, but just stuck with it and found a way to get the win.
Yeah, obviously, I think the first 2 periods, maybe the end of the second we lost ourselves a bit, but put in a lot of good minutes. And obviously, when you get those 2-goal leads, you want to, get the next one and kind of bury it. But they fought back, so I like the way we responded, and we had a couple of chances late, and then got it finally in overtime.
Yeah, you and I talked about it in the intermission. That the complexion of that third period changed with Couture's late goal. How much did that impact things? Ultimately, not at all, but it certainly changed the complexion of the third period to start.
Well, yeah, big time. Going in up 1 or up 2. So obviously that goal was big for them, and Food's got a big goal, but they battled back. So like the way we responded after that. And
your top line played very well tonight, right from the start.
Yeah. Johnny was all over it tonight, obviously, as you can see, and gets a couple big goals for us, gets us started, and then finishes it off in overtime. So great game by him.
You start a trip like this with a win, has to be a pretty good way to get things going.
Yeah, for sure. We talked about it. We get off on the right foot out here, and we've had a couple days out here already, just be with each other. So it's a good win to build on, and as we go through the rest of the trip here.
Yeah, just talked about the way you guys came out in that first period in particular tonight. It looked like, especially to start a trip like this, you were ready to go right from the puck drop.
Yeah, I think we were having fun the first period. We were playing hard, we were playing responsible, and it was good to take an early lead there.
You were on the ice for those first 2 goals, I believe. You've got Laine and Johnny Gaudreau out there. How much fun is it to get the puck up to them and just kind of let them do their work?
Yeah, get the puck to them, honestly.
Yeah.
Draw a guy and get them the puck. That's why they get paid the big bucks.
Talk about the way you won it. Ultimately, you gave up a couple leads, but stuck with it, and that's kind of is the way you want to win a game like this, right?
Yeah, we never gave up. Definitely a couple moments there we were shaking our heads, saying "oh no," and then we kept playing hard. Terry made some big saves, and next thing you know, we win it in overtime.
It really shows the maturity that this team has kind of come into, hasn't it, though? Because there were times before where you'd shake your heads and it would go the other way, but tonight it didn't go that way.
Yeah, we have had some tough losses being up big in the past recently, but I think we're learning from it. We're playing hard, we're following the system, and we all got something to prove.
The importance of starting a trip off like this with a victory. It has to be pretty good to get some momentum maybe built early on this trip.
Absolutely, yeah. Keep the vibes high. It's a pretty cool road trip. I don't know, 9-10 days, and we're going to some pretty cool cities. So we just got to keep winning and go from there.
Your assist on the Jenner goal, kind of flip it over a guy. Were you trying to make a play there? See Johnny kind of going into the neutral zone, make a play there? Because a pretty good breakout pass.
Yeah, there was a lot of space in the neutral zone. Like I said, get the puck to those guys, and they make cool things happen. And I was already on the bench when they scored, so
easy for you.
Yeah.
Johnny, obviously a huge night for you, and you got to go in early. This just looked like a game that you were locked in right from the start. Was it that way in your mind?
Yeah, felt good tonight. I mean, obviously, I felt like we had a little bit different line combinations tonight, so tried to create that chemistry early, and I think right off the gate there, Boone had a breakaway in the first, and had a lot of chances tonight. But yeah, just a fun game to be a part of there tonight.
Well, you might have had a little bit of a different combination, but you and Boone have played so much together this year. It looks like you know exactly where you can find him, and you did a couple of times to set him up on 2 goals.
Yeah, like I said earlier in the season, I mean, once you can create that chemistry with a guy, you kind of know where he's going to be out on the ice, this and that kind of stuff. So, obviously, it's one game. We had a great game, but hopefully we can keep building off this and try to push it to another level.
You had some pretty sweet goals tonight. Let's talk about that first one. The rebound just comes over to you. It's not the easiest angle, but you're still able to get it up top and get the game tied.
Yeah, I think got a little lucky there. I think the goalie actually got a paddle on it, deflected up into the net, but it was a great shot by Patty. Got the rebound, landing right on my stick, and kind of had an empty net.
What about that overtime winner where Laine gets down there? It looks like he's got a great chance, and when it doesn't happen, again, lays right there for you.
Yeah, again, another great play by Patty there. Had a 2-0, great save by the goalie. Patty kind of stuck with it and found me in front, and I again had another little empty net there. So it was nice to find the net a couple times tonight.
How important was it after you gave up the goal in the last second of the second period to be able to come out and pick up that first goal of the third period?
Yeah, it's huge. Food's it's been playing great for us, I think, in the past 5-10 games here. So to see him get rewarded a little bit here is great, and it was a big goal for us.
You know what? Your line tonight was great, but there have been nights that you guys haven't been on, but Foodie and Peterson now have been on. So it's becoming more of a full team thing, isn't it?
Yeah, sometimes we have 1-2 lines going, other two, we've all been in those type of games where you're not really feeling it, and we got to try to learn how to, even when you're not feeling it, kind of push through that and, have all 4 lines going, because that's what makes good teams good.
So many ebbs and flows in this game, so many back and forth things that happened. Do you like the way that you guys were able to stick with it and eventually get the win?
Yeah, I mean, like you said, went down, battled back, tied the game up, and took a lead, and they came back on us, and just kind of a up and down kind of game where we have the lead, they have the lead, tie game, then OT. So took all 65 minutes.
Brad, how gratifying is it to see Johnny kind of carry the load and lead the way tonight?
Yeah, 5 points. That's a big night for anybody, and you can tell early he was skating. He had his legs tonight, and he gets on the board early. That always helps. I know it's been a while. I think he scored on the road, so that was a good start for him. And then he just kind of continued all night.
And how much was that infectious for the team? Because it seemed like you were playing well right from the start. 19 shots in the first period.
Yeah, I mean, halfway through the game, I think we had almost 30 shots. They had 6 or 7. I mean, we were in a good place. It's still a tight game, though. And then they got a little momentum there in the third. And but found a way to win. It's great.
You don't want to give up 2-goal leads, but the fact that you do and find a way to win, it's got to be also satisfying.
Yeah, on the road. It's tough to win on the road. Doesn't matter where you're playing. And, you built the lead, which is nice. You never want to give it up. They found a way to score and get it tied. And then, we pushed it in overtime. It's great.
What did you think of your top line all the way across the board? You made some changes there. What did you think of them all the way across the board tonight?
Well, pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think they did a pretty good job tonight. Yeah.
Also, Patrick, pretty good here tonight, too. He takes that shot that sets up Johnny's first goal and then works hard in that overtime to make sure that Johnny gets the winner.
Yeah, I think in the first 3 or 4 shifts, he wouldn't shoot the puck. It was very frustrating. And then he started to shoot the puck. He shoots the puck, and Johnny gets the rebound. And then I think that, he got more into his game there and got into it. So, he had his legs. I think after his first 3 or 4 shifts, he took off.
Foodie again comes up with another big goal for you. It seems like the more he knows he's in the lineup, the more minutes that he's getting, the more he's producing for you.
Yeah. They got caught out there on the icing, and then, the great play by Ollie over there and great shot. He whipped. That was a great shot.